Hey guys, welcome to the Prelims Focus News discussion of two dates. In fact, these dates are 20 and 21st of November, guys. So let's see. The very first news was about Transgenders Persons Protection of Rights Bill. See, this is for the first time that the Union Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has decided to, put this report beside the Parliamentary Committee and in order to recognize the rights of transgenders person. See, it is just as of now, it is just tabled there, right? It has the legislation has not been passed or the discussions are not going on, so it is not that much important. But still, we should know this because anytime, I mean, these kind of if social issues kind of essays or question comes, then at least you can write some points, right? So the main aim of the government is to accord them the legal registration, and also up till now the under the there's a section under IPC, which is section 377 under which those transgenders were criminalized, right? So those sections will also be done away with if this legislation is passed. Also there are provisions of reservations for them, and also if some sort of discriminations whatever is being carried out as of now, so those all discriminations will be condemned in this bill, right? And also skill training will be provided to them so that they can wean their own wages, and in future they can add to the economy of the nation, as well as there's a provision of making separate public toilets for them. All right, so these are few of the rights which will be, which is they are telling that these provisions are there in this transgenders persons protection of rights bill, right? Next declaration, there's a declaration, guys. This declaration is Moscow's declaration. All right, and to sign this declaration, 120 countries, health ministers, NGOs, and private sector representatives are coming, right? I mean, they have come and signed this declaration. So this it is, as since health ministers, NGOs, and private sectors from all the 120 countries are coming, so it is quite natural that this is a multi-sectoral declaration, under which this declaration has been made to end the tuberculosis from the world, right? So that's why moves are being carried out throughout the world, so that how this TB could be prevented in throughout the world, right? And the global target is 235. They are telling that by 2035 this TB will be end, right? And regarding these guys, advanced research and development of new tools to diagnose, treat, and prevent TVs will be given to all the nations, in especially those nations which are developing or underdeveloped nations, right? So that's why this was a news. And guys, remember, these type of declarations are, they can, UPSC can ask these type of declaration in handy, because in 2015 they have asked that regarding this Fortaleza declaration, right? So under, they might ask this time regarding Moscow declaration, right? That Moscow declaration was recently news. What is it all about? So we should know this, right? Next news is about International Committee on Military Medicine. It was in news because 42nd World Congress of this institution was recently being organized by the Armed Force Medical Services, which was under the aegis of Ministry of Defense, and this has been for the first time has been organized in India. So whatever the news related to the first time organization in India, so those news are very important, so I'll just request you to read it very well. And guys, basically this organization was established in 1921 aftermath of World War One, because that time it was seen that there are lack of care being provided to the victims, and there was need to strengthen the cooperation between the health service of the armed forces worldwide. So after seeing that need, this International Committee on Military Medicines has been made, and this time in Congress, the theme of this time World Congress was Military Medicines in Transition Looking Ahead, and it is an international governmental organization, as I've already told, that it has been set up in 1921 with its secretariat in Brussels, and 112 nations are its members. And the main objective of this ICMM is to ensure that the medical services personnel have the means to work together. They can synergize throughout the world. There is an international cooperation in the medical service personnel, so that at least the health service of this armed forces could be done effectively and coordinately, right? So that the scientific and as well as the technical communities can come together and carry out regional events to carry out this health services for the armed forces especially, right? Okay, next news is about Joint Polar Satellite System, guys. So it is basically a US weather satellite which is being designed to improve the accuracy of the extended forecast, and it has been launched in this polar orbit in California. So guys, there's not as such that much important, but still we should remember that this is the first of the fourth generation spacecraft of NASA. All right, and this satellite will revolve from pole to pole every day 14 times, right? And a few of the features were given that the satellite has a power of forecasting the extreme weather events, and also the events like El Nino and La Nina. So the I mean, it is being said that these kind of extreme events will also be detected by this Joint Polar Satellite System, which is a US based weather satellite system. All right, so just remember about it. Next news is about Namami Barak festival. Guys, see, this is for the first time this Namami Barak festival is being organized at the Barak Valley of Assam, right? Now, just see the location of Barak River first. This is the very good, picture what I've got from Google. That's why I've said, I mean, I've, jotted in front of you. So to get a more good view of this Barak River, what you can do is you can, search your atlas, right? So why this festival has been organized? Basically, it is organized to pay tribute to the Barak River. As we know that in India we consider every river to be holy river, so it is kind of paying tribute to this river also, as well as the government's main aim is to create this Barak River as a hub of trade and commerce, right? So this is the two-way focus. First is that it is creating the human sentiments regarding the river, that how we should conserve river. All right, this is a holy rivers, blah blah blah. And second aim of government is to create is as a hub of trade and commerce. So just remember this. All right, and regarding it, guys, it is rises in these are a few of the fact that it rises in Manipur, where it is the biggest and the most important of the hill country waters. All right, so just remember a bit. Next is about a new species of flowering plant, basically, and the name of this is Glidovia coniacianorum. Alright, so basically scientists have discovered this new species of flowering plant, and it is parasitic in nature. Means its entire nutrition requirement is done from the host plant, because it has a vascular system which helps in extraction of nutrients from that host plant. As you can see, this is the plant I'm talking about, that is Glidovia coniacianorum, whatever, right? And this has a vascular system which helps in extracting the nutrients from the host plant, and it is said that it is a root parasite that grows up to 10 centimeter and high, and it bears white tubular flowers. So just see it. Next news is about M-Stripes. The full form of M-Stripes is Monitoring System for Tiger Intensive Protection and ecological status. Now, after reading the full form of it, you will get to know that what it actually is. Monitoring system for tigers means it is an app which results in monitoring, which helps in monitoring system of tigers, and if it will be applied in all the tiger reserve, then it is said that the monitoring, there can be possibility of real-time monitoring of tigers, as well as the government can get exact data of tiger, right? Because now the tiger population which is being counted by the different governments of different countries, that is based on a manner like, say for example, they have counted in 100 kilometers, right, range. Say for example in 100 kilometers they have got 100 tigers, then they assumes that in 500 kilometers they will get 500 tigers, right? But that is not the actual right procedure, right? But through this application it is being said that the estimation will be more precise, right? And guys, since this question has already came in 2017 prelims, new prelims paper, so that's why it is also very important, right? Just remember it. Next news is about China to mediate in Rohingyas issues between Myanmar and Bangladesh. It is again a geopolitical turn, and the geopolitical vacuum which was being left out by the countries like US and India. So that vacuum is again been taken away by the China, and China is said that, you know, between Bangladesh and Myanmar, the Rohingya refugee crisis, whatever has been going on, China said that okay, we can, you know, participate as a mediator between Bangladesh and you know, Myanmar, and we are announcing a three-stage solution. Under that three-stage solution, in first stage, it is being said by the China that Myanmar should impose the ceasefire first of all. In second stage, Bangladesh and Myanmar should strengthen the exchange and find a solution on the basis of equality. First they will exchange, I mean, Bangladesh should you know, send these Rohingya refugees to, you know, Myanmar. Then, you know, on they'll sit on a table, and on the basis of equality they have to judge out that what should be the way ahead, right? And then the third stage, it is being asked, I mean, they will ask the international community to, you know, develop this backward stage of Rakhine in Myanmar, and, you know, find a, you know, concrete solution to this issue. Next news about International Court of Justice. The news was because our Justice Dalveer Bhandari has been re-elected for the fifth time. All right, and Britain this time has withdrew its candidature from the election, and this was the first time happening that the Britain is not in International Court of Justice. So what is it, guys? It is a principal body of United Nations. Remember, it is a principal body of United Nations. All right. Because this might come in question whether it is a, I mean, you might get confused whether it is a body of United Nations or not. And it has been established in 1946, and with two primary functions: that settling legal disputes between the states, which are being established according to the international law. Because recently we have seen that the case of Kulbhushan Yadav has been you know, dragged by Pakistan and India to the International Court of Justice, and also to act as an advisory board on the issue submitted to it by authorized international organization. And it composed of 15 judges for the term of 9-year terms, and which are being selected by United Nations General Assembly and United Nations Security Council. What are the qualifications of ICJ judges, guys? They must have high moral character, and they should be qualified to be appointed at the highest judicial office of different countries. In case of India, it will be Supreme Court, and they must have the knowledge and competence of international laws, right? Next news is about IMBAX. The full form of it is International Myanmar Bilateral Army Exercise. Since it is an army exercise, then you can very well guess out that, I mean, first of all, this is an army exercise between India and Myanmar. And why the exercises are conducted? Because to, you know, close the relations, to enhance the skills and experiences between the two armies. Also, one of the other aim of this, you know, conduction of this exercise is to train the Myanmar army in various United Nations peacekeeping roles. Because if you see, I mean, earlier the roles, peacekeeping roles were different kind, but since the geopolitical conditions around the world is changing, so their roles have enhanced, right? So that's why, and you know that Myanmar is a very small country, right? And we are having, you know, very expertise in this United Nations peacekeeping missions, because India is one of the, you know, highest troop center and under this United Nations peacekeeping mission. That's why we are giving training to the Myanmar armies, so that they can, you know, get skill sets and experienced which are being required for to address the evolving challenges of peacekeeping operations. And those peacekeeping operations, I mean, the training will be given on the guidelines of United Nations. All right, so this was about this news, guys, and it's over for today, and we'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you for listening to me, guys. Thank you very much.